Hello everyone, and welcome. This is it, the final module of your B2 Spanish journey. You've officially made it to the very end, and I am so excited to be here with you as we cross that finish line together. This is the moment all your hard work has been building towards. Just think about how much you've learned. You've wrestled with some incredibly complex grammar and grown your vocabulary in ways that probably felt impossible when you first started. And now? Well, now it's time to put those final, crucial pieces of the B2 puzzle into place.
So, I want you to think of this session as our B2 mastery checklist. We're going to add 2 final, really powerful tools to your Spanish toolkit. Then, we'll take a quick victory lap, reviewing some of the biggest concepts you've mastered. And after that, we celebrate your graduation. So stick with me, because by the end of this, every single one of these boxes is going to be checked off.
Okay, let's dive right in. Our first topic is all about making those smart, educated guesses. You know, how do you express a strong feeling or a probability about something that's happening right now? It's a subtle skill, but trust me, it's incredibly useful. Now, the fancy term for this is perífrasis de probabilidad, but please, don't let the name scare you. All it really means is that we're using a special verb combo to say things like, he must be at home, or I guess they're running late. It's basically the language of deduction.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because it's all about the nuance. We have 2 main ways to do this, and your choice tells people how confident you are. De verde is your go-to for a general guess. Think of it as your I suppose. On the other hand, tener que is for a strong, logical deduction. That's your it must be. Let's look at an example. So someone says, I can't find Ramon. You might reply, debe de estar almorzando todavía. I suppose he's still having lunch. See? It's a totally reasonable guess. You don't have hard proof, but it's a likely possibility. That is a perfect time to use de verde. Now, let's contrast that with this situation. You say, I can't find my phone. The response is, claro, tienes que estar por aquí. Of course, it has to be around here. This just illustrates the difference perfectly. I mean, the phone didn't grow legs and walk away, right? Logic tells you it must be nearby. Your certainty level's way higher, so you use tener que. Simple as that. All right, let's build on that. Our second and final new structure is all about looking back. This is how you talk about regrets or critiques or just wonder about how things could have been different in the past. It's the language of should've. And the formula here is just beautifully simple and consistent. You take the conditional of deber, so debería, add the infinitive haber, and then tack on the past participle of whatever you're talking about. Debería haber estudiado. Debería haber ido. See? It just works. Okay, let's use a simple, and hopefully not too painful, scenario we can all understand. You just got your exam results, and yikes, it did not go well. So what's that little voice in your head saying? It's thinking, debería haber estudiado más. I should have studied more. This structure is the perfect way to capture that feeling of past regret, of looking back and wishing you'd done something different. It's such a powerful tool. Okay, deep breath. The new material is officially done. Now it's time to celebrate a little. We're going to take a quick-fire victory lap and review some of the most impressive, most important structures you've mastered on your B2 journey. This is where we appreciate just how far you've come. And first up, of course, it has to be the big one from all the way back in Module 1, the mighty imperfect subjunctive. Honestly, this is probably the single biggest concept that separates intermediate from truly advanced speakers. It's the absolute heart of hypothetical Spanish. Remember this? This is the engine that drives all your what-if sentences. It's for your wishes, your polite suggestions, for anything that isn't quite real. Getting those ra and say endings down pat is what gives your Spanish that undeniable B2 flair. And you know the classic, right? Si yo fuera rico, viajaría por el mundo. If I were rich, I would travel the world. That fuera immediately signals an unreal situation, which then triggers the conditional viajaría. That little dance between the two, that is a B2 skill you have totally got down. Okay, moving right along to the beast from Module 4, Type 3 conditionals. If the last one was about unreal presents, this one is all about impossible pasts. This is the ultimate what-if for things in the past that can absolutely never be changed.
This is how you talk about the path not taken. That formula on the screen, I know it looks like a monster, but you understand the logic now. If something had been different, then something else would have happened. It's your key to talking about deep regrets or just speculating about the past.
And the perfect example is this. Si lo hubiera sabido, te habría llamado. If I had known, I would have called you. This sentence is pure B2 power. It instantly tells us two things. You didn't know, and because of that, you didn't call. You're creating a whole alternative past reality in just a handful of words.
And for our final stop on the victory tour, let's talk about the glue, the polish. These are the advanced connectors from Module 9 that take all your complex ideas and hold them together, making your Spanish sound sophisticated and smart. Using these is what elevates your Spanish from just communicating to really articulating complex thoughts. So instead of always saying pero, now you have sin embargo. Instead of just por qué, you've got dado que. These little words are the key to sounding professional and academic. And here it is, out in the wild. El plan es bueno, sin embargo, el presupuesto es insuficiente. The plan is good, however, the budget is insufficient. It's clean, it's professional, and it is undeniably B2 level. This is the language of reports, essays, and formal conversations. And just like that, our checklist is complete. We've added our final tools, and we've celebrated the highlights. So now, let's just take a moment to talk about what this all really means.
No, really. Take a second. I want you to read that sentence on the screen and actually let it sink in. You did it. You put in the hours, you battled the subjunctive, you figured it all out, and you came out on the other side. You are, officially, a B2 Spanish speaker. Seriously, congratulations.
On behalf of every single one of us here at Enya Academy, congratulations. This is a massive achievement. You now have a level of fluency that opens up entirely new worlds, new job opportunities, new friends, new ways of looking at everything. You have all the tools you need to move on to C1 and beyond. So the final question, it isn't about grammar. It's about you. What are you going to do with your Spanish now?